Hello students, in today's session we are going to learn about relational algebra operations from set theory. So in the previous class we have learned about joins, how to join records from two different tables. So here we are going to apply some set theory on relational algebra. Okay. So now we know the common set theories, right? Union, intersection and then minus in math. So all these set theories we are going to apply on relations. So the first one is union. So as you know, union, it just joins record from both tables. Okay. So this union operation in relational algebra is combining the output of two select statements. Okay. So in joins we are using only one select statement. In the from class we will be using different tables to fetch the records. But in union we are going to use two different select queries. We are going to combine the results of two different select queries. Okay. So union of two select statements can be performed only if their outputs contain same number of columns. So if you are merging two select statements, the number of columns in the first select and the second select query should be same. Okay, and then the data type should be same. So the column names can be different, but the column data type should be same. So that is the basic condition for any union. Okay, so number of columns in select query should be same and the data type of those columns should be same. So that's why you can get the union. The syntax is select, you can give the selection list, the list of columns from the first table, and from class the table name. If you want to check any where condition, you can apply the where condition, and then you have to write the keyword union, and this all is optional. Okay, by default that is union. Then we have to write the second select query, select then list from the table name and then the where condition. So this select query's output and then this select query's output will be combined. Okay, so under the common column name from the first selection column name, the results will be displayed. Okay, so the union does not display any duplicate rows unless all is specified. So if you are using only union, it just displays, it just combines the record without duplicates. Okay, if we want to show the duplicate value, then you have to use union all. Okay, then order by can be used only at the end of union. So after this union, after this select query, you have to use the order by class if you want to use. Okay, let's see the example. So already we know the table 1 and table 2, right? It has roll number and the name. From the first table we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and from the second table we have 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so here what I have done, select asterisk from table 1. Okay, union select asterisk from table 2. So all the records from table 1 and table 2 will be combined under the common column name, roll number and the name. So from the first select query, from the first table name, it fetches the column name, roll number and the name. Okay, in that one it just merges all the values from table 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and it avoids duplicate. So from 5 and 6 from the second table, 3 and 4 are common in both tables. So without duplicate, it displays the value, it combines the output. Okay, so if we are using union all, then it displays the duplicate. So 1, 2, 3, 4 from table 1, again 4, 3, 5, 6 from table 2. So this is the difference between union and union all. Okay, union all displays the duplicates, union avoids duplicates. Okay, and then here I have one more table which is called table 3. Okay, and then this table 3 has NO and then yes name. So the column name is different here. So in table 1 I have a column called RNO, but in table 3 I have a column called NO, right? And then instead of name I have yes name, but we can combine the result. So here you can use select RNO from table 1. So roll number from table 1, union select number from table 3. Okay, from the table 3 this is number. So column name is R11. From the first select class, it takes the column name RNO, under which it just combines the output. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is again I have given it here. So table 1 also has 1, 2, 3, 4 and table 3 also has 1, 2, 3, 4. So without duplicates, it displays the result 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. So what happens if I use different number of columns? So select RNO from table 1. Okay, only one column name here. Union select NO, yes name. I am mentioning two column names here. Okay, so this will give you error because the number of column names in the first select query and the second select query should be same. Then only union will happen. Okay, so if you are using select rmo comma name from table 1 union select number comma s name. So look at this one, this column names are different. So from the first table roll number and the name, from the third table this number and then s name. The column name can be different but the data types and number of columns are same here. So it combines the output and gives the result. Okay, and then the order by class. So the order by class you can use after the union, right? So here I have used order by, but which column names you have to specify here? This name. Okay, because the results will be displayed depends on this column name. So from the first select query, so it just displays roll number and then name. So in order by class you have to specify this name, not s name from table 3. Okay, so here you can see select roll number name from table 1 union, select number s name from table 3, order by. So which column name I have to use? From the select query, from the first select query I have to use the column name. So name is the column name here, order by name DESC. So the result is now displayed in descending order of name. Okay, so ACG first and then AB and then ABC, ABB. So in descending order of name. So whenever you are using order by, that should be used only after the union, after the second select query, and then the column names you have to mention from the first select query, right? So this is called union, combining the output from two tables and a common column name, under one column name, right? So the next one is intersection. So intersection, you know, so intersection symbol is this one and it is used to select common rows from two tables. So this is the intersection. So A and B are two different tables. The common rows present in A and B will be displayed using the intersect. Okay, so the syntax is select column name from table name var class, intersect, select column name from table 2 var condition. So this intersect class is not MySQL does not support intersect class. Okay, so intersect class is available in SQL, but MySQL software does not support this intersect class. So how can we achieve this intersect? We can normally use the equijoin. So intersect is nothing but common rows, right? So instead of going for intersect class, we can achieve the same result using the equijoin operation. Okay, select. So intersect, we need the common columns, right? So we can use here instead of asterisk, we can specify the names, column names from any one table. So from table 1 comma table 2 where t1.r number equal to t2.r number. So this one just gives the common results. So here you can see I have done select table 1 dot roll number comma table 1 dot name from table 1 comma table 2 where table 1 dot roll number equals to table 2 dot roll number. So this is the equality condition. So the result I am getting is roll number, name 4 and 3. So these two records are common in both tables. So we can achieve the intersect using the joins, using the equijoin. Okay, so if you are using select asterisk from table, instead of specifying the column name here, if you are using select asterisk, then you will get 4 columns in the result, right? So 2 columns from table 1 and 2 columns from table 2. But we need intersect is common, right? Intersect, we need only the common column. So we need only 2 column names. So that's why I have mentioned table 1 dot roll number and table 1 dot name. Specifically, we are getting the records from table 1. Either you can write table 1 dot roll number or table 2 dot roll number. Anyway, that is same, right? Only common columns you will be getting, right? So instead of using asterisk, you have to give the column names here. Okay, if you are using asterisk, you will be getting 4 column names here in the output. So as we want only 2, we have to specify the column names here. That's it. Okay. So the next one, we have minus operation. Okay. So minus, set difference. So the symbol is minus symbol. Set difference is denoted by this symbol. Let's say we have two relation A and B and we want to select all those tuples that are present in relation A but not in relation B. Okay. So we know the left join, right? So left join takes all the values from A table and the common records also. So this area is also covered in left join. But what we want in minus, we need only the records from left table alone, not the common columns also. Right? So how can we achieve this one? So this is A minus B and this is B minus E. So from the right table we need all the columns, and from the left table we don't need any columns and no common columns also. Right. So how do we achieve this one? We can use this using the left and right join. Right. And we have to check one more condition, the where condition here. So let's see this one. In the previous example we have done with left joins, right? Okay. Here is the left join. Okay. So all the values from left table and from the right table only the matching condition. Right. But what we need here, we need only 1 and 2, not these values. Okay, so these are all the only values which is present in left table. We don't need the common values also. So what we can check, we can use this common left join and we can check one more condition where this one is null, where roll number is null. So if you check the roll number null condition, the 2 rows satisfies this condition. So only you will get 1 and 2. Right? So this is what we have done here. Okay, so since it is left join, I am taking the record from table 1 dot roll number and table 1 dot name from the left table, that is the table 1. Okay, so select table 1 dot roll number comma table 1 dot name from table 1, left join table 2 on table 1 dot roll number equals to table 2 dot roll number. This is common left join condition. The next thing what I am doing here, where table 2 dot roll number is null. Okay, so here you can see table 2's roll number is null over here. Okay, here table 2's roll number is null. So this 2 matching condition, so we will get only the result 1 and 2. Okay, so we will be getting 1 and 2. Right, so this is called set difference. Okay, A minus B, from the left table we need only the values, not the common values also. So for table 1, 2, 3, 4 records, but 3 and 4 are present in table 2. So we need only 1 and 2. So this is achieved here. So this is called set difference. Okay, and the next one we have how to use the B minus A condition. Okay, so for that one we have to use right join. So instead of left join I am using right join. So since I am using right join, here in the select class I am mentioning the class T2 dot roll number and T2 dot name. Okay, from the right side table I need all the columns. So that's why I have mentioned T2 dot roll number. So this is the table 2. And then the where condition, T1 dot roll number is null. Okay, just opposite of this one. So you can compare this one with the right one. Right, so this is the right outer joins output, right? So here we can get 4, 3, 5, 6, and from this one the null values. So if you omit these two, okay, so if you have this one, if you have this 5 and 6, then you achieve the goal, right? So that is what you have done here. Right, select table 2 dot roll number, table 2 dot name from table 1, right join table 2 on table 1 dot roll number equals to table 2 dot roll number, where table 1 dot roll number is null. Okay, so where will we get table 1 dot roll number is null? Here, table 1 dot roll number is null. Okay, so only these two records will be retrieved, 5 and 6. Okay, so that is the output, 5 and 6. So from table 1 we have 4 records, 1, 2, 3, 4. From table 2 we have 4 records, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, since this is set minus B minus A, we need only the values which is present in table 2. Okay, so no common value. So in table 2 we have the values 5 and 6. 3 and 4 are present in table 1 also. So only 5 and 6 we need. So this is what achieved here using the right outer join. Okay, checking one more null condition. Right, so since minus and intersect is not supported by MySQL, we can achieve this one using the joins. Okay, so intersect we can achieve with equi-join, and set minus we can achieve with right and left join. Okay, so that's all about today's class. Thank you.